Baltimore, Maryland. Today's matchup is between Loyola and Lehigh. Alongside my broadcast partner, Talia Dixon, I am Jamie Watson. Welcome in, everybody. Talia, Lehigh comes in here ranked first in scoring, second in defense. How does Loyola counter Lehigh and get a victory today?
I think it's going to have to be Loyola's defense. You know, Coach O'Banion talked about controlling the tempo. That's exactly what they're going to have to do. I think they're going to have to keep Lehigh under 20 points a quarter. In the last game, they had 21 in 3 quarters. That could not happen today. And, of course, the same song it has been the whole season, starting out hot from the jump and just playing all 40 minutes.
Getting off to a quick start, no doubt an emphasis for Coach O'Banion. Let's take a look at our players to watch, starting with Lehigh.
Number 5, Bella Stemmer, the 5'10 senior guard, one of the best three-point shooters in the league, shooting just under 40%, making 2.6 a game, which is second in Patriot League. She had a team-high 14 points in a win versus Boston last game, and in their first meeting versus the Greyhounds, she had 19 points, so I know she's high on their radar tonight.
And for the home side, Loyola.
Number 15, Laura Salmarone, the 5'8 senior guard. She was hot from downtown in their win over American. Career high 5 3-pointers and a game high 19 points. She's been playing so consistent and her efficiency has gone up. She has been such a joy to watch the more games she continues to play.
And let's go ahead and take a look at our Patriot League women's basketball standings. Navy with the win earlier today over Bucknell. They sit atop of the table. Holy Cross also winning earlier today. And then there's Army and Lehigh locked in at 4-1. And your Greyhounds at 1-4, trying to get to 2-4.
After the Greyhounds' dominant win over American, it should give them some momentum. Hopefully they can get above BU in the standings.
And welcome to Reitz Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. There's head coach Addie Messier in her 3rd year for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And on your right is Danielle O'Banion in her 4th year. 2 of the bright young minds, coaches in the Patriot League. And we are underway here in Charm City. Alongside Talia Dixon, I'm Jamie Watson. It's Ella Stemmer. Keep your eye on Stemmer from 3. She's got a quick release. And that one off the iron.
Lehigh get into what they do best already. A quick 3 there by Stemmer.
And getting back on the defense, we talked about it at the top. Second in defense, they only giving up 57 points per game. And Espinal draws the foul there. Looks like it's going to be on number 31, and that's Colleen McQuillan.
That's what the Greyhounds are going to have to do. Draw a lot of fouls, get to the free throw line. They don't shoot great on the year compared to Lehigh, but drawing those fouls and getting Lehigh in some foul trouble to switch up their lineup a bit.
And here's Coy Sims simply off the side of the rim, but Coy going up strong, and that one goes out off of Coy. But what a year Coy Sims is having. Career high 18 when she last played Lehigh. She sure likes the look of them.
Yeah, she's averaging a double-double right now. And she saw some light there on that layup, so it's a good sign for her to start off.
Here's Maddie Albrecht leading Lehigh in points, 15.4 on the year. Also leads in rebounds. And Ella Stemmer not shy with the 3 ball. Stemmer has put up double than anybody else on the 3s. She has 44 made, Talia. I don't think I wrote it down here. Oh, 103 she's put up,
wow.
plus 2, make it 105. Stemmer, a big part of the success for head coach Addie Messier.
I mean, that's their system. Let them fly.
And talk about flying. There goes double A down the lane. Amandine Amarich with the baby hook, and it goes.
Just cruising through the lane.
She reminds me so much of you, Talia. She is a glider, so elegant. Another 3 ball off the back rim, that time from McQuillan. We talked to Coach Addie Messier, and she said, we like to put up a lot of shots.
And it starts in practice. She says they probably shoot more 3s than anyone else in the country in practice. And I think it shows they're so successful doing it.
Both coaches will tell you that's where it all begins, is in practice. Here's Espinal. Marta to her Spaniard teammate, Lau Salmarone, and oh, you gotta love it. Oh my, are you kidding me? Double A with the fancy underneath reverse horse shot. She's got Loyola up 4-0 all by herself.
I'm excited for this matchup. Amarich and Albright playing against each other. One of the better defenders on the Greyhounds versus one of the best players in the Patriot League right now.
And then Fandre puts it up. Lily from Philly, deep off the back iron. And we talked about first in scoring. That means 70 points per game. Loyola's going to need Lehigh to be a little off tonight.
And they are so far.
They indeed. Scoreless in this first quarter. Here's Amarich trying to get it out to Samarone, and does. Underneath to Coy Sims, and count it! Sims with no regard for human life when she is rebounding.
It looks like she traveled there.
No!
Took a couple steps for the layup.
Oh, say it isn't so. Take two off. Got a little ahead of myself. Coy Sims been playing so well in the paint. And here comes Lehigh trying to get some transition points. Albright one more time. And it is a lid on that rim for the Mountain Hawks.
The Greyhounds show some pressure there in their full court. Coach O'Banion talked about showing it a little bit early, but the transition three is something that they need to worry about too.
Right, we talked to both coaches about the keys to winning, and Coach O'Banion said we have to maintain the speed limit, right? It can't get caught up in a track meet here. As we mentioned, Lehigh first in scoring, 70 points, and they just put up 80 against BU on Wednesday night. There's Kaylee Callett off the front rim, but guess who? Lily Bottomley, the 6'2" center, gets on the board for the Greyhounds. Boy, they sure would love for Lily to get heated up. It's Lily on Lily. Fandre kicks it out to the three-point line. Still no bueno. Number 33, Megan O'Brien, the 6'1" senior forward from Centerville, Virginia, off the back iron, and she will take a seat. To trigger in will be McQuillan underneath the basket. Maddie Albrecht. Coach Messier saying she's a winner. She came back to win, and that's exactly what they're doing. They were tied for first. What a steal by Sal Marone, the thief from Barcelona. And Amandine gets her own rebound. And with the travel, boy, triple teamed by Lehigh quickly.
I mean, that's a great possession there. Defensively, by Lau getting the steal. And Amarich being aggressive, I like the take, just didn't go her way.
Truly. On for the Mountain Hawks, number 23, Grayson Lovette, the 5'10" sophomore guard from San Rafael. Ball in her hands from Callie. And here's another shot from deep. Still, Talia 0 for what there? 6. Woo, from three-point land.
But they're going to keep shooting them. Just because they haven't hit one doesn't mean anything. It's still a long game left to play, and they're going to keep shooting them.
Sound like a coach, Talia. And as Coach Messier said, this team, she's having so much fun. Lily Bottomley once more with the left hand. And the Greyhounds take an 8-0 lead. Coach Addie Messier, no timeout call. More defense, and the Hounds. Grayson kicks it back out, and that time Espinal is called for the foul. Whitney Lind on the floor. The 6'2" sophomore forward from Florence, Kentucky. Malia Van Otu checks in from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. Season high 14 points against American. Greyhounds would love to get some points from that point guard position. Talia, you played with Malia. What are some of her strengths?
I think just her aggression, her will to do whatever it is to get on the floor. And Coach O'Banion talked about they were in their playing their best basketball last year when she was on the floor with Lau Samarone.
And Lily Fandre, what a battle going up with Lily Bottomley. The two Lilies, and Bottomley gets called for the foul. And it's Margaritaville night. How could I forget? Margaritaville night, a little Jimmy Buffett. We've got a timeout here on the floor, so we'll take you out to the break as we watch the battle in the paint. This time it's Amarich. What a beautiful reverse lay-in by the French woman. Loyola leads 8-0. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
think community and style, it all goes together. Back to school is right around the corner. All the kids want to look good when they go back to school, so we're going to make sure we help them do that. So at the end of the day, you know, you make the clothes. It's you.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League has delivered high academic and athletic achievements in the NCAA while paving a bright future for its student athletes. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League. The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
He may not turn out to be a black belt or play Carnegie Hall.
He'll take the chicken fingers.
But with the money you earn from your Penn-Fed checking and savings accounts,
He's growing up. Look at him.
your goal of supporting his dreams will always be worth it.
I got it.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Today we're going to be helping style some high schoolers with Under Armour and seeing their personality shine through.
She found her pick.
Let's get it. Style is all about a representation of yourself. Whatever you feel the most confident in, it brings out your personality as well.
And welcome back to Reitz Arena. There you see Captain Lyle Salmarone in the 15 jersey scored 19 points against American. The Greyhounds busted out 77 points to just 38 for AU. Hey, Talia, the Greyhounds can score.
They definitely can. I mean, their goal was to average, well, not average, but they wanted to get to 70 points a game.
And Fandre, Lily Fandre, has been so good this year. Coach Messier saying she's so versatile. If we ask her to play point guard and bring the ball up, she can do it. Fandre, second most three-point attempts at 41. We mentioned Stemmer is just a three-point shooting machine. Of course, Ella, second in the Patriot League in three-point percentage at 38%. It's a pretty good number for the three land. Sims looking to get some paint points, but well defended by Megan O'Brien. And Lehigh throws it away.
Good defensive defense by the Greyhounds, but that's the tempo that Coach O'Bain was talking about, having to maintain, having to get back on defense after a missed shot, maybe a turnover. Lehigh usually likes to come down and shoot threes, and they weren't going for a three that time. They threw the ball away.
Salmarone dribbles to her right. It was a defensive switch by Lehigh. Coach Messier talking about we have to make good decisions on our switches and contain the guard. Driving, not that time. Wow, Salmarone gets on the board first, flexing her muscles on the video screen inside Reitz. What a year for the senior captain. Such a creative player, so fun to watch.
It's been nice seeing her come into her game this season.
And tell you, Lily Bottomley at 6'2", she is a difference maker in the paint, Talia. She's been hampered by injuries. Her minutes are being managed at the moment. Hasn't played any more than 6.5 minutes in a game. Oh, great ball in. And there's another basket. Goodness gracious, Lily Bottomley from Canal Fulton, Ohio, the sophomore on a heater. Loyola leads 12-2.
I mean, what can you do when you have Bottomley, all her length, Coy Sims, the best rebounder for the Greyhounds, and she's playing so well. There's only so much you can do when you have such a dominant post presence down there.
Oh, beautiful lay-in. The long and lean Megan O'Brien with the deuce. very athletic O'Brien. And on the floor, the first year, number 11, Kesha Vitalicio, the 5'7" guard from Concord, California, going up against Malia Van Otu, and a turnover by Double A. Gets it up to Whitney Lind. And Lind now makes that transition basket look easy.
And those turnovers and easy layups is something that the Greyhounds are going to really have to focus on, not allowing and able to stay up in this game.
Coach Danielle O'Banion, Coach of the Year in the Patriot League in 2024. What a job she's done here. Here's Double A from deep. And again, off the iron. The first three-point attempt for the Hounds. And Maddie Albrecht just a little too strong on the layup. Good backdoor cut by Salmarone. Gets it to Amarich. Coach O'Banion wants them to settle down. Sims with the pick. Van Otu on the right wing. And that time draws that foul on Albrecht.
And just such a smart play. She knew the body was coming into her. A little head nod.
See it here on the replay.
A little aggressive, Albright hedging that screen there. It was a foul. Malia's definitely sold it.
Yep, indeed. And it was a foul. She was leaning into that. Albrecht will take a seat on the bench. Stemmer back on the floor. Levette. Fandre, McQuillan, and O'Brien for the Mountain Hawks. Salmarone with the hezzy and the drive. Gives it up to Callett. Avery Simmons, the pop to Van Otu. Got a little juiced on that one, sails it over the rim. A little shaky with that ball handling skills, right? Do you think there's a foul on Salmarone? Do you think Lehigh has a true point guard?
They do. I mean, McQuillan is definitely a true point guard. She's fourth in the Patriot League in assists.
Okay.
But I think she's struggling a little bit this year. Last year, she was averaging about almost 9 points a game, and this year she's only averaging 4.6. So she's definitely capable of being a point guard, and I think this year she's showing that, not being such of a scorer.
Coach Messier, talking to her, had this great quote where she says, experience doesn't play, productivity does. And they do have a veteran squad, but they are performing at a high level. We mentioned Lehigh coming in at 4-1. You saw the schedule, both Navy and Holy Cross are at 5-1, and Army also won at 5-1. Lehigh trying to stay at the top of the leaderboard. Callett drives to the right. No foul called. And there another turnover, and Van Otu is there, and wow, what a catch by Espinal, the big with the good hands.
Definitely a slingshot pass by Van Otu. Good heads up for Espinal to catch that ball and go right up and make the layup.
So funny, it's Margaritaville night here with just 22 seconds, and after each basket you see a player under an umbrella with shades on. Very creative. Here comes O'Brien driving against Simmons, the first year. 7 on the shot clock. Lilly with the beautiful, hard-fought, right-handed kiss off the glass. 14-8 as the clock winds down, and Van Otu. Coach O'Banion wanted a foul call there. Doesn't get it. The buzzer beater does not go. And first quarter break. As we watch this one, Van Otu, watch the feed here to Espinal. Timeout on the floor as we head to the second quarter. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
All right, everybody.
And welcome back to Reitz Arena in Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland, as Marta Espinal is about to put the ball in. Belle Bramer, number 12, on the floor. Another first year getting some minutes for Coach Addie Messier from Los Gatos, California.
She said her first years were a big part in their win versus BU. They were down at halftime, and then the freshman came in, lit up some threes, so she could trust her first years. Again, it's not all about experience for Lehigh.
Emmerich gets the ball poked out by Lily Fandre. Greyhounds ball. Espinal to trigger in. Samarone with the quick shot. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock, and it's just off the back rim. Loyola will maintain possession as Albrecht unable to corral that.
I mean, all credit to Coy Sims. She didn't get the rebound, but forced Albrecht to make the ball go out of bounds on her when it was easily her rebound.
How many times have we heard from opposing coaches, we must contain Coy? Well, you can only hope to contain Coy Sims.
At every phone call.
Double A, little off the back rim. Loyola a little juiced on their three-pointers, but Lehigh no better at 0 for 7. Check that box for getting off to a quick start for Loyola, outscoring Lehigh 14-8. It's an errant pass. Good defense by Callett.
Textbook defense on that backdoor cut. You turn your head, flip your hand, it'll just run right into you.
And another turnover as Espinal sails it over Callett's head. You know, one thing we haven't talked about is the rebounding. And, you know, one thing that Lehigh comes in close, I think 9th or 10th, I can't remember, in rebounding, team rebounding. Whereas Loyola comes in a little bit better. And at that first quarter, it was 11-6 in favor of Loyola. And, of course, Coy Sims has a lot to do with that. Loyola second in the Patriot League with offensive rebounds. Thank you, Coy. Coach O'Banion wanted the push, but doesn't get it. Callett steps on the sideline first, and that is what's called. We had the opportunity to meet Chris Harrow, who made that call. Luke Smith and Luis Gonzalez, all three gentlemen, keeping players safe on the court. McQuillan over to Bell. Albrecht over to Stemmer. Stemmer on the drive and the twist. Beautiful shot by Ella Stemmer. You think she can shoot threes? Look at that drive. The spin and the left-handed finger roll. My goodness, the senior, Ella Stemmer.
Lehigh coming in a bit of a full court press, picking up their defensive effort. And that's what Coach talked about. They're not just about their offense. They're used to just putting up threes and wanting to outscore people, but that is not the same team that they are last year or the years before.
Good point. Callett puts that up, misses, but you saw the double team coming out on Emmerich, so they are turning it up, no doubt, and Albrecht sails that over Belle Bramer's head. Lehigh went on to absolutely crush Boston University. A 31-point explosive third quarter. That's what Lehigh can do. And of course, Loyola hoping to avoid any kind of quarter like that.
Right. Loyola cannot get comfortable under any circumstances, especially when Lehigh has so much riding on this game. They're still trying to remain at the top of the standings.
And the Greyhounds, of course, trying to get in the mix, looking for just their second win after a convincing 10-second call. There's that defense that you talked about from Lehigh. Coach Messier has to be happy with that. Of course, Lehigh spanked Army by 39 at Army. I mean, when Lehigh is firing on all cylinders, boy, they're a tough team to beat.
They definitely are.
Here's Grayson Levette, gives it up to Lily Fandre. Here's Belle Bramer. Emmerich, one of the best thieves on the team. Here's Fandre from deep. And a foul is called by Luis Gonzalez.
Greyhound foul number 34.
And that foul. Just the first on Amarich. Coach O'Banion talking about Amarich needing to stay out of foul trouble, but she's young. They are being patient with her. Just cannot afford to lose her.
One of their leading scorers, she talked about just sometimes letting things go. She loves the defensive effort and the pressure that she puts on the defense, but she has to let some things go.
Lavette with the ball, over to McQuillan. Bottomley doing nice help defense, and the shot clock. Good defense by the Greyhounds, showing that they can get it done as well on the defensive end.
And that was my key to the game for the Greyhounds. Defense. It's going to be defense and holding Lehigh under a certain amount of points each quarter.
Loyola scoreless in the last 3:47, so hello to that Lehigh defense. They need to find a way to get the ball down into the paint to Sims, where they lead in scoring. They have more paint points than Lehigh. Get that ball down there as Gabby Benton on the floor. Another first year on the floor.
The points in the paint is definitely the Greyhounds' bread and butter. They're trying to get it down to Bottomley, but sometimes they can force it a little bit too much, and it causes some turnovers, which is something they have to worry about, not allowing so many fast break points, which Lehigh can get hot on.
Yep, they got away with that one as Bottomley almost put it out herself. Back in the game is Salmarone and gets the kind rim. 2 rolls and a coffee for Lau.
I like that one.
Loyola 16-10. The rim has been unkind for most of the evening for both sides, really. Loyola faring a little bit better. And there's another foul. We jinxed it. We can't talk about Almondine with the fouls. It's her second foul. I suspect she'll find the bench shortly.
It's a lot of time left in this first half. Just being aggressive there on the post. I don't know if I saw any push in the back. Sisselman definitely sold it a little bit, but smart play by her to recognize one of their best scorers, one of their best defenders. Get her out the game.
Sisselman on the floor, the Bucknell transfer, and that one thrown up, but Bottomley with the fight, but one, and there's a beautiful right rolls right over the rim for Whitney Lind. Remy Sisselman, the 6-foot senior guard from Melville, New York. And there's a travel by Callett. And Loyola's largest lead in this one, 12-2. That was early in the first quarter, a 10-point lead. It is now shaved down to just 4.
Greyhounds are struggling to find the basket a bit, but they're turning the ball over. It's 7-6.
Here comes Sisselman. Remy charging, kicks it out to O'Brien, doesn't take the 3. Drive on Bottomley, does a nice job to get back. Vitalicio with the jab step. Whitney Lind from deep. Wide right. Familiar to all Buffalo Bills fans. Lehigh 0 for 9 from 3.
Both teams are struggling to find the bottom of the net behind the arc. The Greyhounds only 0 for 3, and they aren't the greatest from behind the arc either, but
you've mentioned many times Coach O'Banion wants 2 threes per quarter. That's the goal. Salmarone, the captain, looking to find some points for her team. Van Otu with 10 seconds to go. She'll take Vitalicio on 1v1. She'll go into and draw the foul. So good at doing that. And that will be our media timeout. Talia, you called it. Malia aggressive to the rim. One more time, you're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. Stay with us. Loyola 16, Lehigh 12.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League has delivered high academic and athletic achievements in the NCAA, while paving a bright future for student athletes. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League. The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
He may not turn out to be a black belt or play Carnegie Hall,
He'll take the chicken fingers.
but with the money you earn from your PenFed checking and savings accounts,
He's growing up. Look at him.
your goal of supporting his dreams will always be worth it.
I got it.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
WB Mason helps you do business. How? By bringing the products you need right here.
You're here. Yes, I am. Sign here.
Or here. Can you put it there?
Sure.
Here. Or here. Or even here.
And we won't just leave it over there.
And how do we do all this?
With all of these.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
Patriot League on ESPN is brought to you by PenFed. PenFed is the official credit union of the Patriot League. Herff Jones. Herff Jones is proud to be the official championship jeweler of the Patriot League. And of course, the Patriot League. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League. Welcome in, everybody. Jamie Watson alongside the magnificent Talia Dixon. As Malia Van Otu heads to the line, she's been seeing the ball go through the strings quite a bit lately. Season high 14 last game. Boy, they'd love to get her heated up. Only averaging 2.4 as of now. And I think more minutes as a result of getting those points and the pressure to then continue to get those points.
Right, yeah, they're definitely going to lean on her a lot more, whether it's points-wise, whether it's her defensive efforts, just overall.
Sisselman against Callett. Out to O'Brien, McQuillan around the horn. Lynn to Sisselman. The Greyhounds defending well. Lind with the drive to the hoop. No foul call on Coy. She went straight up with those arms, but it looked like the body. But well done by Coy Sims. Van Otu to Salmarone. The bottomly pick. Here comes the double team. Great feed from Salmarone. And Van Otu one more time in the paint and draws another foul.
I mean, that was a great job by Salmarone. I mean, incredible pass. Seeing that hedge, maintaining her dribble, and then seeing the skip pass to Van Otu on the other side. And great heads-up play for her to attack the basket, get downhill. She may have had the three, but that's not her strength. Getting downhill and getting to the free throw line is where she's best.
And, of course, got to convert those free throws. I talked to Coach O'Banion about the free throws, and she said, look, Jamie, we take 100 per week. You know, we're getting the reps. Loyola coming in last in the Patriot League at 60% from the line, so it matters. And Van Otu inching up that percentage.
Yeah, just stepping up to the plate with confidence. You know you're going to get there. Just take your time and see it through.
And the Greyhounds hadn't scored since the 6-minute mark, so important for them to see the ball go through the net. And there's one of those transitions. Oh, and just the presence of Coy Sims. Lind misses the bunny. And it's a jump ball. Possession goes to Lehigh.
Jump ball. All remaining possession.
Greyhounds definitely got a break there. I mean, Coy Sims, just the hustle. She was one of the last players to get down there and distract that layup to not go in the basket.
Fandre with the short shot, but too wide open there as Sims pulls down another rebound. Hey, we talked about it. She is 14th in the United States, folks. In Division I women's basketball, Coy Sims is up there with the best rebounders. Want to take a shot at who's number one? As Kallett steps on the baseline. Talia looks away. It's Anish Morrow, who plays for LSU. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes.
She's averaging 15 plus, so Coy's not that far away.
I mean, if you look at them, similar builds, just strong. Anissa Morrow's probably a lot taller than Sims, but just their knack for the ball.
Samarone, God forgive me, 11th in the country, not 14th. She's moved up probably after that slaughter of American University where the Hounds scored 77 points. 19-12, the Greyhounds have extended their second quarter lead here. Lehigh only shooting 23%.
And that's not like them at all.
Fandre over to Albrecht, the fifth year. Albrecht with the drive against Kallett's, got a height advantage there. Gives it up to McQuillan, 3, 2, 1. Hard off the back rim. And another shot clock violation, and the entire Loyola bench off their seats in praise of that defensive possession.
Is that the second shot clock?
It is.
Call on Lehigh. So just great defensive efforts by the Greyhounds, staying solid, not fouling, knowing that the shot clock is going down. It's tempting because you get excited.
No doubt about it. More praise for Lehigh. They have 3 of the top scorers in the top 16. 3 in the top 16. That is why they are number 1 in the Patriot League scoring offense. Kallett from 3. Count it! Kaylee Kallett. The 5'8" sophomore guard from Union Springs puts a jolt into the crowd here on Margaritaville night.
They call those daggers. Coy Sims on that offensive rebound. Kick out to Collette with the 3, and then a great defensive possession to get the ball right back. You feel the energy. You hear it here in Reeds. The Greyhounds are hyped with a 10-point lead.
That's right. 22-12. The standard is to increase the lead, and they do that. Getting points from Van Otu and Kallett. A welcome sight. Salmarone on Stemmer. Oh, with a crossover. And so Juice didn't touch any of the iron, but what a move to create space for herself.
Maybe just a little too much excitement.
But from me as well. I mean, she's breaking ankles out there, Lau Salmarone.
But she's capable of doing it. That one was off the mark, but I bet you the next one it won't be so off.
Oh, yeah, what a play there. High IQ on McQuillan. You see her knowing she was on Van Otu, a size advantage, takes her down to the box, draws the foul. But Malia Van Otu said, nuh-uh, not going to make that easy, right? They are free, but you're not going to get it from underneath.
And not an easy layup, and that just goes to show her heart. She knows she's little, but she's mighty, so no easy layup over me. You earn it at the free throw line.
Indeed. McQuillan, 80% from the line. The broadcasters jinx there. McQuillan 12th in the Patriot League with steals. She's second on the team, and as you mentioned, 5th in the Patriot League in assists. She can dish. And the second one goes down for Colleen McQuillan from Crestkill, New Jersey, a transfer from Fordham University. Looking for a strong finish to this first half, Talia. Salmarone on Stemmer. And Espinal with the travel. That lifting of that pivot foot,
Yeah.
Talia. I mean, you know it well. It's like you gotta keep it down. But when you're faking the drive, Loyola with a little bit of pressure here as McQuillan brings it up. Here's Fandre to Lind. And Albrecht, oh, Maddie Albrecht, beautiful in flight. Maddie with the basket, the foul, and the chance for a three-point play.
I mean, that was a nice play. Lehigh plays a 5-out, but it seems to me that they have different reads. That one was a little brush screen. Collette and Van Otu kind of ran into each other.
And you want to talk about a good free throw shooting team. That is Lehigh, especially Maddie Albrecht, 84%. That is good for third. She is now 58 of 68. Pretty good.
I mean, Albrecht is just a monster. But the Greyhounds are doing pretty good on her today.
Yeah, as with Stemmer, correct? I mean, Stemmer, their three-point assassin, has been quiet. 0 for 9 from beyond the arc are the Mountain Hawks. There's Stemmer on Sal Marone. And that time Lau will get that ticky-tack foul. And Lau saying she's got her hand in my face. Just trying to move it out.
A hand in the face isn't illegal. Not that I know of.
Lau getting spicy. 6 points now. They can bring it down to 3. The Mountain Hawks trying to close strong here in this first half. Albrecht on Callett, the 6-footer. No problemo.
And just a height difference. When Alma Rich was on Albrecht, she wasn't getting those type of points. They weren't running those type of plays for her to dive into the paint and post up.
Can the Greyhound get some points to close out this first half? There's Gabby Benton. Almost turned it over. Fandre got a hand in the passing lane. There's the double team on Sal Marone, and you know, she gets the foul call there.
She does. Just being aggressive. Coming at the head, she has to attack that hip. You have a slower big coming out on you. Get low, get around it, draw the foul, or even get downhill.
That's Fandre's second, and Coach Addie Messier says, come sit next to me. Coach Addie Messier played for Courtney Banghart at Princeton. Coach Banghart was a first-year coach. Addie was a freshman. Look at them now. Addie running Lehigh, Coach Banghart running Carolina, the Tar Heels, 14th in the country, 16-3. Coach Messier said, yeah, it was tough playing for Coach Banghart. Look at Coy Sims! Wow, we haven't seen much of that, have we?
We have not, but
Coy
I love
on the
it.
drive, I know, right?
We usually see her traditional back to the basket, some dish-offs, off of rebounds.
Team 4.
But I love the play, faking the handoff, into her offhand, going to the left, into the middle.
At the line, shooting 2.
I know she would have loved to see that go in.
I know she'd love to see her 33% free throw shooting go in as well. Coach O'Banion said, look, we've talked to her, you know, she is working hard. She's getting the reps.
She said, forget about the elephant in the room. We know that you've missed some free throws. Just step up and knock it down.
You know, I think, you know, being a good free throw shooter is routine, routine, routine. See if Coy can knock down this second one.
Here you go, Coy.
Here comes Albrecht. She'll take it from deep. Didn't miss by much, Maddie Albrecht, and that is your first half buzzer, your score here at Reitz Arena in Baltimore. Loyola 22 and Lehigh 18. Your thoughts on the first half, Teague?
I think it's been great for the Greyhounds. It's definitely been going in their way, but you cannot get comfortable. Lehigh knows how to punch back like they did in their last game versus
right?
BU.
Yep, they're not going to be 0 for 9 forever. Greyhounds just 1 for 5 from 3. So we're going to take a break right now. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Kelly Radigan. I'm on the women's basketball team at Loyola University, Maryland. I'm a data science major with a mechanical engineering minor. I'm a junior and I'm from South Bend, Indiana. My best friend growing up, his name is KJ Anderson, and he is a total sports junkie. I was fortunate enough to love sports and be able to participate in any sport that I wanted to. KJ, on the other hand, knew more about sports than anyone I had ever met before, but because he has cerebral palsy, PC does not have the function ability to do that. All my life, I grew up with KJ in some sports arena or another. We went to every game together, but he was never able to participate at recess or things like that. So my goal moving forward with my career path, and I think data science with mechanical engineering background could help with, is I want to make people like KJ be able to experience sports and whatever capabilities they have. So where assistive technology comes in, if there's a machine or if there's a prototype that we can build to further enhance their capabilities that they do have or that they might not know they have yet, I think that's a really special thing to do. I have always loved hands-on building things, and I had the opportunity this summer to visit the robotics lab at Notre Dame where they were building a prosthetic leg. And I think behind the scenes of that is so fascinating. Like, they took these just brilliant minds, put them all together, and were like, yep, we're gonna build this guy a leg so that he can walk better and he can walk across the stage of graduation, which ended up happening. It was amazing. Like, I think having the data science background with the mechanical engineering and all the numbers and all the graphs and everything that comes with that, hopefully will present itself in a way that I could work in a lab like that someday, or figure out what I can build, physically build, for someone to make their life easier. That's the goal. I have been wanting to do something that helps others pretty much since I was younger. I mean, kindergarten, kind of like when I started meeting KJ. KJ will always be my reason for doing everything, but it definitely comes from my mom and my grandparents. I'm so fortunate because my family will do anything to give you the shirt off their back for someone else. Same with my dad. We just grew up in a house that others receive before you receive, and that's okay. That's perfect. If you make other people happy, you innately become happy yourself, which is just a beautiful thing. Hi, I'm Kelly Radigan. I'm on the women's basketball team.
And welcome back to Reitz Arena. What an amazing jump rope team that just performed here on Margaritaville night at Loyola on the campus, the beautiful Evergreen campus. Jamie Watson next to Talia Dixon, former standout here at Loyola women's basketball program. Anything jump out at you, T, in these stats?
Lehigh 0 for 9 from 3. I mean, you can just not ignore it at all when they're the best three-point shooting team in the Patriot League. This is not like them at all.
I know, and it's not going to last, I'm sure. The goose egg. Loyola leading in rebounds, 17-14. Let's take a look at some of our first half highlights. I mean, we've got a defensive battle on our hands. 22-18 at half.
We do, and that's what I said in the open. The Greyhounds are going to have to play defense. You know, Lehigh, the second team in the Patriot League defensively. A defensive battle here is what the Greyhounds is going to need to win this game.
A surprise, Lily Bottomley with 6 first quarter points. The 6'2" center, as you see Lily there, putting one in off the bank. That's Megan O'Brien with the right hand. Baskets have been hard to come by. Lehigh shooting only 28%. Coach Messier, I'm sure, is having some words at halftime. They've had some success getting down on the low block with a size mismatch against Loyola's guards.
Right, and that's what Coach O'Banion was worried about too. She said that, yeah, they're dominant from the three-point line, but they also can play inside, which is where you get a little sneaky with them.
Right, I can hear Coach in my head saying, feet in the paint, get your feet in the paint. And there are our two Lilies. A lovely name, no doubt. Lily Fandre on the left, Lily from Eagan, Minnesota, and of course, Lily Bottomley from Ohio. Celia, I mean, 6 points is a season high right now for Lily Bottomley.
Right, when Coy Sims is struggling to put the ball in the basket, doesn't have any points, but has 8 rebounds. But Lily Bottomley stepping up and doing what she needs to do to help the Greyhounds.
And Lily Fandre, she is second on the team in shooting threes. I know I called early Lily from Philly. That was that deep. But I expect to see Coach Messier's team firing the threes.
Right. Fandre, Coach said that she's just a good basketball player all around, and she's shown that today with her versatility. She's able to dominate in the paint, but she's also able to shoot the free ball. So we'll see, I guess, the battle of the Lilies in the second half.
Love to see it. Both teams are back out on the floor. Our officials, Luis Gonzalez, Chris Harrow, and Luke Smith, back out on the floor. And we are about to get underway here as 2 thumbs up from Mr. Gonzalez. They have done a nice job here in this first half, this defensive battle that we talked about. Quite a few stretches there without any points, but hey, you got to play the game in front of you.
Yeah, just one foot in front of another, one play at a time as the clock ticks down. Yep.
See the score there, 22-18. Nobody really in any foul trouble. O'Brien has 2 fouls, and of course, Amarich with 2 fouls. And Manotu with 2 fouls. Didn't catch those, but really should be a pretty wide open third quarter.
Right. Both starters coming back in.
Looking forward to it. Don't go anywhere. Listen, when we come back, we will have the third quarter for you right here from Reitz Arena in the great Baltimore, Maryland. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. Reitz Arena as we get a good look at the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Maddie Albrecht, Ella Stemmer, Megan O'Brien, Lily Fandre, and Megan O'Brien. They have been the core of this Lehigh team that came into this match 4-1, tied for first place in the Patriot League. Espinal to trigger in to Callett. Talia, Ken of the Greyhounds, they led wire to wire in the first half. Your thoughts on doing that the second half?
I think Salmarone. If she continues to play the way she's playing, and if Lehigh has no answers, then that's the type of game it's going to be. The Greyhounds will come out on top.
McQuillan. Oh, almost another thievery by Amarich, but she causes that turnover as Albrecht sails it out of bounds. 18 points is the second fewest points in the first half for Lehigh this season. And that is saying something. Defensively, the Greyhounds doing exactly what you asked them to do at the top of the show.
It is keep it within their reach.
Salmarone, splashdown! Wow, Salmarone.
I knew it was only a matter of time before she got hot. She got a little chippy at the end of the first half.
Right?
Frustrated with the refs.
You put your hand in my face.
Yep.
I'm going to start.
Here's this in your face.
Right. Thank you. I'm right back at you. I'm going to start sizzling as Ella Stemmer takes a seat. Coach Messier, I think, wants maybe perhaps another defender on Salmarone.
Right.
And there it is. It's Grayson Levette. It's Espinal. Unable to find Sims. Albrecht with the steal. And guess who? Amarich has such long arms. She gets her hands in the passing lane. McQuillan from deep. And 0 for 10. And Albrecht sliding into third base. Safe. Great hustle. What a baller. Maddie Albrecht. Just a winner, Coach Messier said. She makes everything that's really hard look easy. And she is just going to lay it all out as she just did there. Whole body on the floor. Came back for her 5th year because she wanted to win basketball games. And Amarich trying to step through, gets it over. And that's another back-to-back turnovers by Espinal. And here comes the Lehigh defense. Fandre into O'Brien, right over Sims. Good quick turn on that.
It's definitely something the Greyhounds have to watch out for. The turnovers turning into points with Lehigh. That's not maintaining the tempo that Coach O'Banion wanted to do.
Maintain the speed limit, said Coach O'Banion. Is going to be one of the keys to winning this game. Another kick out. Salmarone one more time from downtown off the back iron. And Espinal trying to get a rebound, doesn't. Levette pushes up the floor. Albrecht from 3. As the Lehigh fans here all stand up, and Levette is on the line. It'll be Loyola basketball. But how quick does Lehigh get down the floor and put up that 3?
Right, I mean, if Albrecht made that three-pointer, they would have been down by 3 points. They're right in reach of where they want to be. It's momentum shifting. Those knockdown threes in transition, it gets them hyped. It's what they love to do best, and it's what they do best.
Belle Bramer with the foul on Salmarone. Coach, you had asked Coach O'Banion a question during our interview with her, and she said, we gave away a quarter at Lehigh. Can't do that today.
Right. It's just too easy for them the last game.
Here comes the double team, and McQuillan will get called for the body there.
Lehigh putting some defensive pressure, sending to Callett.
Right, Loyola has to be aware of that when they send 2 and get rid of the basketball.
Someone's open.
Callett on McQuillan. There's another steal, another turnover from the Greyhounds. Levette takes it from deep and counted their first 3-point. Levette makes it 26-23. Greyhounds lead, cuts that deficit to 3.
And it was only a matter of time before they got their first one to go.
And a timeout from Coach O'Banion. Really smart timeout as, man, the Mountain Hawks have come out on fire defensively.
Right, defensively, and it's transitioning to their offense. They're getting some more points on the board in order for them to cut the lead.
All righty, we got a break here on the floor. We're going to take a break, so stay with us when we come back. More third quarter action here from Reitz Arena. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. All right, back here at Reitz Arena. Timeout by head coach Danielle O'Banion, coach of the year last year. In her fourth year, first year 5 wins, second year 10 wins, third year 16 wins. All she does is win basketball games. Can Loyola get on the board here with a play and, of course, get it into Coy, right?
And get something going inside.
7, 6. And a nice play. Sims and Amarich tying up Fandre, but possession to Lehigh.
Seems like the ref called a foul on Amarich there, so that's her third, sending her to the bench.
Oh no, good catch, D. I missed that. Probably subconsciously I didn't want Amandine to get her third. But,
right.
You know, at some point, like I used to perhaps get in foul trouble, you don't get to play, right? So you got to figure it out, right? You know she hates to go sit on the bench. Here comes Lehigh with a chance to tie it. A nice steal from Callett. Does a nice job, the point guard, the facilitator, Callett. Bottomley in the game. Oh, that's awfully quick on that whistle.
You heard Coach O'Banion, I don't know if you heard it, but she told Kaylee stop picking up her dribble. And I definitely agree there. Lehigh is in the passing lanes. They're putting a lot of pressure. Go back door, see the backdoor passes, but you cannot pick up your dribble, especially when the refs is counting for that 5 seconds.
Right, and you don't necessarily want to give it to your big, not the best dribblers in the world. Fandre. Lehigh one more time with a chance to tie with a three. Sisselman. Over to, it's the Lily on Lily battle. Fandre with three. Lily from Chantilly off the back iron. Fandre, the deep three. It's still 1 for 9. I'm sorry, 1 for 11 now. Make that 1 for 12. Salmarone. Oh, with a nice block by Lovett. A little bit taller on Salmarone and the long arms with the block.
And you see Fandre bringing up the ball there. Coach said she can do whatever you ask her to do.
Another turnover. I mean, what a defensive battle it is here. My goodness, it is a clinic by both teams. What a joy to watch. Lehigh on a 5-0 run in the last 3 minutes. Van Otu following Lily, but bottomly that is, and hits it off the back rim. Vitalicio, the freshman, to Whitney Lind from deep, and Lind cashes in. Money, Whitney Lind. And we have a tie ball game.
The tempo for Lehigh is in their favor. The Greyhounds making a lot of mistakes, but with Lehigh being able to knock down transition threes is 1,000% in their favor because that's what they like to do.
And Callett with the mid-range jumper. Bingo! 2 points for Kelly. Kelly, and there is the transition right there. And missed it, the bunny, but Lovett there. He's playing so well, Lovett. Sisselman to Vitalicio. Remy looking to drive on Callett. Does a nice job. There's Remy Sisselman. Gets the foul call on Callett. Remy, the 6-foot senior guard from Melville, New York. We mentioned she played at Bucknell. Timeout on the floor. And we will head to a break as we watch Whitney Lind tie this ball game up. Stay with us when we come back. More action in the third quarter here from Baltimore, Maryland. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League
Welcome back to Reitz Arena. There's Iggy, the Loyola mascot. We got some fans in here on Margaritaville night. Lehigh to inbound. It's McQuillan. Up, gives it up to O'Brien to Albrecht. Albrecht looking to take advantage. Getting her on the box with Callett.
Doing a great job down Albrecht, getting over the top of her, not allowing her to seal her.
And once again, great defensive possession by Loyola. Both of these teams are just crushing it defensively. McQuillan with the air ball there.
And if there's anybody they want to take that shot, it is her. She's shooting 20% on the year, not the best three-point shooter for Lehigh.
Salmarone, the Spaniard from Barcelona, gives it up to Espinal, also from Spain. Containing Coy, they've done a good job in the second half. And Van Otu, Espinal had it at her hands. Here comes this transition defense. Albrecht, it's twice now she's sailed her teammate Whitney Lind, but you can see how quickly they like to get down the floor.
Exactly, which is why we talked about it. The Greyhounds want to push in transition, but not too much, because the way that Lehigh can flip the floor and push in transition themselves, it hasn't gone their way just yet, but they did make that one transition three-pointer. It's just so quick for them, and it can get out of hand, especially when they start knocking down threes.
Van Oto sizing up the offense. Salmarone kicks it back out to Van Otu. Got to make good decisions. Salmarone for three. Off the back rim, but there's Coy Sims. What a battle with Ella Stemmer. Both going to the floor. The possession arrow in favor of the Greyhounds.
I love that two-man game there with Van Otu and Salmarone. Driving and kick, drawing two and kicking out for an open three. And then when you have Sims on the board to get your misses.
It was beautiful. Great guard play from Van Otu and Salmarone. Callett gets it into Sims and the double team. And Coy had a season high 18 the last time these two teams played. Coach Addie Messier not going to let it happen again.
Yeah, they're sending two at her for a reason. She dominated in that first game.
Loyola to inbound. Salmarone to Van Otu. Beautiful play. Salmarone with the step back. Oh, count it. Loyola leads 30-26. The way she creates space for herself with that step back, gorgeous.
I mean, I thought Salmarone had a layup there, and she decided to go for the step back, the fancy play.
The harder play, right? Here's Ella Stemmer, who has been held to just 2 points, and that was a left-handed finger roll. And another turnover as McQuillan just couldn't handle that. Van Otu doing a nice job running this offense for the Greyhounds. Gives Salmarone an opportunity to play in the two. Great steal by Levette. What a game she's had so far. Oh, and just too hard. Coy Sims with another rebound. No regard for human life. She is a rebound machine. And another turnover. And the Greyhounds are asking for a touch. The officials are going to speak with each other.
I mean, it was right in front of us. I definitely saw a tip. Okay.
And hats off to Luis Gonzalez. He saw it, and he made the call.
We can see it right here. Let's see the replay on our end.
So smart by Salmarone. Yep, just a little fingertip touch by Ella Stemmer.
Definitely off of Stemmer. It seems like they're going to review it themselves because
yeah.
the refs aren't quite sure.
Yeah, but what a great call by Luis Gonzalez. No, they're not going to review. He was right. I love, we could do like referee assist. We'd be like, hey, you were right, Mr. Gonzalez.
And the game for the Greyhounds, Lily Bottomley.
Great work by this crew. Luis Gonzalez, Chris Harrow, Luke Smith, and it'll be Coy Smith to inbound. The remaining minutes here in the third quarter, it's a tight one. Greyhounds up 30-26. They led wire to wire in the first half to Leah. We've been saying, can they do it in the second? Samarone, slick and slide. Count it. Samarone flexing.
And the senior guard just taking over. You can tell that she wants to win this game.
I've seen you do that. 10 points now for Samarone. If there's a will, there's a way. And Lily, it looked like a travel, but no call. Oh, smooth as can be. Lily with the mid-range jumper in the paint.
I mean, at her height, just being able to take that one dribble pull-up is just incredible to see.
Fandre now with 6 points. Van Otu as the shot clock goes under 10. Van Otu with the step back. Samarone can do it, so can Malia. 34-28, 30 seconds left.
Just two incredible playmakers.
And Lynn from downtown off the iron, but Stemmer steps in. Ella Stemmer with an important 2 points there for the Mountain Hawks as Callett was falling to the ground. 10 seconds. Bottomley gives it up to Callett. Are we aware of the shot clock? Samarone is. And we've got 3 seconds to Loyola ball. We're gonna see one of the Coach O'Banion specials here. How many plays did you have for underneath the basket? Half dozen?
Probably. There's just so many different reads. They might be the same play, but a lot of different reads.
Gotcha. Van Otu to trigger in for the Greyhounds. To Samarone. Samarone goes up. Well defended by McQuillan. And we end the third quarter with the Greyhounds holding on to a 4-point lead. I know it was tied. Did Lehigh ever get the lead? I don't think so.
No, 12-12 this quarter,
okay.
Jamie.
All right, wire to wire then. The Hounds have one tie, but continue to lead as we head into the fourth quarter, as we watch Samarone smooth as silk down the lane, and the step back by Van Otu. The Greyhounds lead 34-30. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League has delivered high academic and athletic achievements in the NCAA while paving a bright future for its student athletes. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League. The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
He may not turn out to be a black belt or play Carnegie Hall.
He'll take the chicken fingers.
But with the money you earn from your Penn-Fed checking and savings accounts,
He's growing up. Look at him.
your goal of supporting his dreams will always be worth it.
I got it.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Style in sports, it's a 1-2 punch. Originality, that's style.
Today we're going to be helping style some high schoolers.
We're about to get some style in there with some student athletes. We're gonna take these kids to the next level.
This is fire.
You know what I mean? Something different.
So the swag.
Get it.
Under Armour we here, man.
Style is all about a representation of yourself.
If you look good, you feel good, you play good, it goes all in one.
We do not compete against one another. We compete against time. Against an opponent that's remorseless. Not for glory or gold, but because our patients, their families, our communities need more than technology. They need for us to care, fiercely, deeply, bravely.
Time to check out tonight's Points in the Paint presented by CertaPro, Painters of Baltimore, the official painters of Loyola Athletics, proudly serving Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Harford County for all your commercial and residential painting needs. Your Paints in the Point for Loyola, they lead 22-20 over Lehigh. Get ready for the fourth quarter here, folks. Buckle up. It is going to be a good one. We can feel it in our bones here as Grayson Levette ready to trigger in for the Mountain Hawks. 14 points from turnovers for the Mountain Hawks. Loyola needs to take care of the basketball, and that one goes in for Maddie Albrecht. A little too easy. Mountain Hawks pull within 2.
Mountain Hawks coming out in a zone to start the fourth quarter. Bit of a switch up, and we've seen in other games the Greyhounds aren't doing that great when people play in the zone. So we'll see the adjustments they'll be able to make.
Oh, look at that. Boy, what a battle in the paint. Sims, here comes Belle Bramer, the first year, gives it up to Levette, and they'll settle down. Lily from Chantilly off the back rim. She's going to keep shooting them, that's for sure. Lily just raining threes, just unable to make them. As Amarich gets ready to check back into the game. Espinal sizing up the offense. Sims going into the paint. She takes the Euro step, unable to get it. Good defense by Belle Bramer, the 6-footer. That left hand, not the dominant hand. Lily raining threes like Milli Vanilli. That time it goes in. We knew, girl, we knew it was true.
It was only a matter of time.
Girl, you know it's true. And that one, yeah, Malia saying it went off Lehigh's foot. But a little bit of turn of the tide now. Off that 3, Lehigh with a 1-point lead, 35-34. Girl, you know it's true. Levette about to trigger in for Lehigh. My sort of MVP of the game so far, Grayson Levette. She got things started with a 3-point. Here comes Albrecht. She's going to take Callett to the bank every single time. But that time she misses the bank shot. And Belle Bramer, she'll take it into the paint. No foul called. Nice job by Marta Espinal.
On the help side, Coy closing out long because of their ability to shoot the 3. So the help is definitely important.
And another turnover by the Greyhounds. And Espinal doing a nice job. And a kick out by Levette. I'm telling you, what a game she's having. But another turnover by Lind. Great job by Kaylee Callett. Look at the defense. Maddie Albrecht is a dog. Addie Messier wanted to palm on the ball there, but doesn't get it. Oh, what a quick move by Salmarone, and she gets the spin. And in. Greyhounds in the lead, 36-35. Here we go.
I mean, just the speed of this game.
Coach O'Manion didn't like that foul call on Espinal, but this is the track meet that favors Lehigh, correct?
It definitely does. They feed off of this kind of energy. You can hear their fans, the bench getting a lot louder because of the speed. It's in their favor, 1,000%.
Here's Levette. Salmarone takes a step back. Tell you one more time, Amarich so good in the passing lanes. Her and Salmarone lead the team in steals. Levette off the iron, and Coy Sims tracks that down. The point guard, go find your big. Help her out. It's your job to go get that ball and bring it down court.
Here's Sims has the ability to dribble out of trouble.
1-4 set by the Hounds. Salmarone looking for help. Finds Amarich. Finally gets the foul called. And Amarich will go to the line, and that is a good thing. She is 75% from the line there. Had a career-high 20 points, Talia, at Navy.
Just an insane pass by Salmarone. I was a little upset that she picked up her dribble there, but with Amarich just hunting scores with a backdoor cut.
broadcaster's curse. Amarich misses the first.
And she's been sitting on the bench. She's a little cold.
Patriot League honorable mention for Amandine, December 9th. She is a player to watch. Coach O'Banion very happy with the consistency in scoring from Sims, Amarich, and Samarone.
He's going to take everyone to step up with having so many of their scores on the bench due to injuries.
Look at Levette go after that ball. Belle Bramer will take a three. The freshman not afraid. Another rebound for the Mountain Hawks. One more time. And McQuillan. And that one, what a job by Samarone and Van Otu. But it will be Lehigh ball underneath the basket. And here comes Ella Stemmer, the senior. They have a theme, share it and shoot it. And Belle Bramer, she shot it. You're open, you shoot it.
And it doesn't matter who you are, how tall you are. In order to play at Lehigh, you have to be able to shoot the basketball.
And there's an illegal pick on Stemmer, called for the foul there. It'll be Loyola basketball. Woo, with a 2-point lead. Thumpity thump goes my heart. As Lily Vandre. This is the best part. We have the best seat alongside Talia Dixon. I'm Jamie Watson, right on the floor. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I agree. I second that.
All right. Now, the Greyhounds lost a fourth quarter lead at Navy. Talia, can they get a good fourth quarter? Espinal from the corner. Oh, she doesn't often shoot the three, but she was open. Good look. And there's Vandre, your point guard, bringing up the ball at 6'1".
And getting Sims in some foul trouble, too. She's having to pick up full court. And Vandre putting some pressure on her.
Great point. Making Sims work where, except under the, rebounding, where she's 11th in the country, Coy Sims. What a year she's having. What a player. Vandre, one more time from deep. Count it! Raining threes. Lehigh leads 38-37. Lily Vandre putting a big silence on this crowd here at Reitz Arena in Baltimore, Maryland.
Just doing it all. And Coach said that she could. She said she's just a good basketball player. She makes the right play. I mean, she can bring up the ball. She's knocking down threes. She's so efficient at doing everything that she does.
And you mentioned prior to that, nobody was in double digits for Lehigh. Now Vandre with 12. So the Greyhounds done a great job so far, but can they bring it home?
And you talked about them losing the lead up at Navy. This could be another case, but hopefully they have learned from that.
And Espinal gets it into Sims. Not double teamed. Great play. And Amarich misses the bunny, but Coy Sims, guess who? Loyola second in the Patriot League with offensive rebounds, and that, you can see it there, mostly because of Sims. Won a championship at Albany, wants to win one here in Baltimore. Samarone, are you kidding me? With the baby hook.
Just barbecue chicken. You see the a long post player on you. Just attack that hip, get into the body, fade away.
Some barbecue chicken Talia Dixon brings out. I love it. And Albrecht, what a player. I mean, misses the layup and then just goes out from deep. Levette. And Amarich with the rebound. Loyola with a 1-point lead. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to go in this one. Stemmer on Sims has got to be a mismatch.
Right.
Got to find a way to get her the ball. And again, the hand check for Stemmer. That's her third. Stemmer now in trouble. Ella Stemmer. And that is our media timeout. Loyola with a 1-point lead. Boy, they are fighting. It is a fight. The Mountain Hawks and the Greyhounds. Stay with us. We'll be back. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. Back to Reed's Arena. It's a thriller here. J-Lo getting loud. All the fans, they want to see a Loyola victory. 39-38. 4:32 to go. What did Coach O'Banion draw up in that media timeout?
Lehigh back in that zone. See if that changes with the Greyhounds decide to run.
Coach Addie Messier going with the zone and the Euro step. You know, Emmerich is doing a great job getting in to the paint. She's just not making the baskets. Credit to the Lehigh defense there. That is a jump ball. The Loyal possession, they will trigger in underneath.
Emmerich has to get her flow back. She's been sitting on the bench with some foul trouble. She has to find the rim, feel it out all over again.
Only O'Brien has 4 fouls. And there's another foul on Fandre. Lily Fandre.
Lily Fandre.
Her third foul. So now Fandre has to be careful. But just 4 minutes to go, the Hounds will trigger in a box set from the Greyhounds.
Salmarone curling.
Oh! Salmarone! The finish and the foul! A chance for 3. Kapow, pow, low.
When she's coming off of those double screens, she curls so tightly, but it's all in the finesse in the finish. The Euro step, getting around her, and sitting there leading scorer to the bench with their 4th foul. Just amazing play. I just love the smile. She's having such a great time out there.
Yeah, she is senior captain. 62% from the free throw line. Greyhounds up 41-38. And here comes Maddie Albrecht. Callett's done a nice job defensively. Size advantage to Albrecht. And that time, Callett will pick up the foul on Albrecht.
Greyhound foul number 20. Kaylee Callett.
Still not enough fouls. We are not going to the foul line. What a defensive battle we've had here today. McQuillan will trigger in from underneath the basket for the Mountain Hawks.
I mean, credit to Callett doing an amazing job on Albrecht. She's their leader for Lehigh in scoring in almost every column. But Callett's doing a great job holding her to just 7 points today.
Oh, and before she kicked it out of bounds, a foul called on Espinal. Oh my gosh, they gave it to 34, my bad. Of course, I must be subconscious. Ahmadine now with 4 fouls.
Seems like Coach gonna leave her out there and just trust that she wants to play in this basketball game
right?
as well.
We've talked about that. Callett sliding into second, safe. Still stays with Lehigh though. Players diving on the floor, you love to see it. This game's so important. Lehigh comes in 4-1, the Greyhounds 1-4. Both teams want this victory desperately.
And those are winning plays. Diving onto the ball, regardless if it goes out of bounds, it makes a difference. It gets your team hyped.
There's that matchup in the paint. Oh, look at Salmarone, the thief from Barcelona. McQuillan, cool as you can be at the buzzer. Colleen McQuillan.
And that's the type of team that Lehigh is.
There's another type of a steal. And Albrecht puts it in, and that puts them in the lead, 43-41. We talked about, can the Hounds handle this pressure? We shall see. 3 minutes to go.
Just that quick, Lehigh took the lead. And off those threes, it gives them some boost of energy almost. Another kick.
An extra point as well. Here's Emmerich. Back to Salmarone. Oh, yeah. How about it? Oh, just missed it that time, but Sims on the rebound. Loyola ties the game, and here comes the transition. Albrecht with the deuce runs over our camera person. Maddie Albrecht, what a player.
The way Lehigh just flips the floor, even off of a made basket, it didn't matter.
Right, you gotta get back. Salmarone from 3. Oh, off the rim, she wanted that one badly. Clicking down to 2 minutes here. Albrecht looking for Bramer, but no, she holds on to it. Albrecht against Espinal. Lind, 15 seconds to go. Levette. Under 10. Oh, Almerich. Let that go. McQuillan with the left hand. Count it. Under 2 minutes. And now we get a timeout from Coach O'Banion. Lehigh doing what Lehigh does, #1 in scoring, and boy, they've been turning it up this last 30 seconds.
And I mean, #2 in defense as well. The way that they flip the floor on the defensive end.
This gives me an opportunity to say thank you to our terrific crew. Have insurance, fortunately, down there. Just got run over underneath the basket. Mitch Nazamot, great job. Our producer, Andy Mulieri, our director. Talia, our analyst, wonderful. Our Devin O'Hara on replay. Jordan Mann on graphics. Our camera people, Perrin Publico, Kevin Hernandez, Jamel Strand, Matt Stovall, and Alex Hernandez. Kudos to all of you bringing us these great images for this really, really good basketball game, a defensive clinic from both sides.
I mean, just 47 points. That is not what Lehigh is used to doing.
Okay, Coach O'Banion clearly has drawn up a play here. Let's see what happens. Samarone to trigger in for the Greyhounds. To Amarich. Same zone that Talia's been telling us about. And Amarich with 4 fouls, got to be careful. And Amarich turns it over. And Samarone slows things down and fouls. Just Samarone's 3rd foul. But we talked about the team, you know, getting down in the 4th quarter. They led wire to wire through 3 quarters, and it's just so much pressure.
It is. You know, when you're playing the #1 team, their experience, they've been here before. They were just here in their last game versus BU. I mean, definitely a different game. They came out in the 3rd quarter and was red hot.
Yep, 31 points.
The Greyhounds are putting a lot more pressure than BU did.
McQuillan drains the second. They now lead by 5. Still time. Greyhounds need to get some points on the board quickly, and this zone has sort of worked wonders for Addie Messier. Samarone will pop it up, and it's off the back rim. And Fandre with 4 fouls does a nice job drawing a foul, and she will. That'll be Coy Sims charged with the foul. And Lily Fandre will walk to the free throw line. Fandre shooting 75% from the line. She is 16th in the Patriot League in scoring and trying to knock in point numbers 13 and 14 here tonight.
And she's just done it all for this Lehigh team today. When Lehigh didn't have an answer, she did.
And Lily misses the first.
Definitely a break for the Greyhound.
There's head coach Addie Messier in her 3rd year, a 2011 graduate of Princeton University, 1,000-point scorer, great player in her own right, played under Courtney Banghart. Under a minute to go here. Samarone looking for some help. They're going to let Callett shoot, still in that zone, and that time throws it away, and Amarich unable to rustle it in. Another turnover for the Greyhounds. So been a tough sled in these last few minutes.
Yeah, I wonder how many turnovers it's been in the last 3 minutes for the Greyhounds, where Lehigh has been able to flip the floor and get some fast break points or set up a offensive play for them to get a good offensive possession to score the basketball.
That's a good point. I don't know if they do turnovers by quarter, but they're certainly take a look at the schedule. 20 total turnovers for the Greyhounds. That's just a little too many. Our schedule, Loyola will head to Lafayette and to Holy Cross. So they've got 2 games on the road. They'll go up to Worcester, Massachusetts, And then back here, Talia, on the 29th to play Bucknell. And then on February 1st, the Boston University. Hard to believe we're halfway through the Patriot League schedule.
Yeah, it is. Just the second time that they've seen Lehigh, which is surprising already.
Of course, head coach Addie Messier going to get the ball to her best free throw shooter at 84%, third in the Patriot League. Maddie Albrecht, who's been terrific tonight. She leads this team with 15.4 points, but looking for 12 and 13. Greyhounds, I mean, overall, have done a terrific job defensively.
They definitely have. I mean, holding her to just 12 or 13 points so far is a pretty good job.
Yeah, we talked about their top three scorers, Albrecht, Stemmer, and Fandre. And 1 and 2, they did a great job. Fandre with 13 points. So, I mean, really, Talia, I think it comes down to Loyola scoring points, and that's been the issue. We've talked about Lex Tarian, the preseason player of the year. You can see her in her grays over there with the clipboard. Kelly Radigan also out. Kimmy Hicks also out. Christina Garcia also out. I mean, the list goes on, but it's no excuse, right? Coach O'Banion will say, all our goals are still in front of us, but scoring points, there's a lot of points on that bench. Right. The Lehigh upcoming schedule, they'll get American University at home in Bethlehem. Then they'll get Lafayette. And then a good matchup with Navy, who's now at the top of the table at 5-1 after winning against Bucknell today. And then Holy Cross also at 5-1. So they've got a tough road ahead.
And to your point, Jamie, about the scoring for the Greyhounds, only Lau have 18 points, the only one in double digits. Amarich in foul trouble on the bench, not able to put some points on the board. Sims struggled a bit, putting some points on the board. So they're missing so many pieces today that they usually get from their players that are playing.
Samarone with the drive. Fandre goes down, not wanting to get that fifth foul. But that was a circus shot by Samarone, who has made a lot of them, but that one off the back iron. Another foul as the Hounds will make Lehigh go to the free throw line. Unfortunately, they're very good from the free throw line.
They're definitely going to play the fouling game a little bit. And just down the stretch, the Greyhounds just have to execute. You know you're going to foul when you get back on defense. But bigger picture here, execute offensively.
Fandre deposits that. An 8-point lead now. She can make it 9 here. And that one rattles around all of the rim, and it's good. Coach Addie Messier imploring them, get your hands up, right? You play defense for the full 40 minutes. And Coy going into the paint, and not her forte there, but another foul called. But you can see the heart and hustle by Coy Sims. We were talking earlier that this is the second season in the Patriot League schedule. We're halfway through it, so now everybody's seeing each other a second time. And then the Patriot League tournament comes up first week of March, and then season 3 begins, and everyone's invited. So Coach O'Banion wanted us to mention alumni nights coming up.
Any alum listening, please come out.
February 9th, I believe it is. That is a Super Bowl day, which hopefully my Ravens will be playing in. Our Ravens, I should say. Those go both in, and 54-43, now 11-point lead. But Coach O'Banion, always teaching, always coaching. It's also WISD, which is why you should come out. Alumni Day and WISD, Women in Sports Day. It's an acronym, and it is just such a fun day where you get so many young girls who have the opportunity to see these players. They see us at the broadcast table. They see the female officials out there. Representation matters. It's so important, and I'm so glad we pay attention to it.
I am too. I mean, just being a player, a former player, and then sitting in this seat today, you see so many little girls just look up to you. I was one of them. I used to come to games and watch the players play, and I wanted to be in their shoes. And you get to see them. You do autographs at the end of the game. It's just so nice to know that there's someone else looking up to you.
Coach O'Banion, as I said, always teaching. Lau Samarone, as you mentioned, the only player in double digits, 18 points. She had 19 against AU. Boy, she has just been so good this entire year. Sims with only 2 points. That is unusual for her, as she had 18 last time these two teams played. But hey, all the coaches say it. It's hard.
It is.
The Patriot League is hard.
It's anyone's game at any day.
And this was a great game as Lehigh pulled out late. Just 18 seconds left to go as Lau somehow managed to keep possession. And what a block by Levette. She has been my MVP. Man, Otu puts up a rainbow shot. It's off the front rim. And Coach O'Banion calls off the defense, and that'll do it. Loyola loses this one 54-43. What a defensive battle. I hope you all enjoyed what we just saw, because it was a clinic by both teams. And you know what? Lehigh came in scoring first in the Patriot League with 70. They only put up 54 today.
Right, I mean, the Greyhounds did an amazing job defensively, but it was their offense that kind of hurt them down in the stretch.
January 29th at 7 o'clock. Join us.
We don't want to keep beating that drum to our wonderful Coach O'Banion, but it's really going to come down at the end of the day, putting up points. And Sims and Amarich, usually in double digits, did not accomplish that feat. In fact, Amarich with 5 and Sims with 2. A woeful scoring day, but let's give credit to the defense of both teams. So happy to be here, joined by Coach O'Banion. Hi, Coach. Wow, what a game. I mean, just as a fan, but just a thrill. A defensive clinic by both teams, 54-43. Your thoughts on the fourth quarter, your Greyhounds?
Disappointing to not execute better against the zone. I think they finished at a 14-2 run, so we have to get better. I was really pleased that we were able to keep the speed limit down, which is a point of emphasis, to keep them to 54 points. That makes it a winnable game for us.
Huge.
So that's what hurts right now. Is that we did what we needed to do for the most part defensively. And our transition defense does not sound late. And so Lehigh got to be better at being Lehigh late than Loyola got to be at being Loyola.
I mean, you can beat yourself up all you can, but it was a great defensive game for you. You held Lehigh to under their average. You usually allow 40 points. They were 31%, 20% from the three-point line. You got to commend that still.
Yeah, no, I'm very pleased. Very pleased. I thought it was a great scout. I thought our players really committed to taking away the three-point line. Yeah, I mean, we did what we needed to do defensively. We've got to be better offensively, obviously, and we'll get there.
You will. I mean, you're always coaching, you're always working. Just a bright spot. Lily Bottomley with 6 points in the first quarter. Not on my bingo card. How's she doing? How's she feeling? More minutes coming?
Yeah, Lily, you know, we've been waiting for Lily. She's been very diligent with her rehab. And so what we got from Lily today, we'll see more and more of. And her and Boy together really put pressure on the defense in a different way than Mark and Boy can. And so I'm excited for Lily. She's worked very hard to get herself back into a position to be a contributor, and the best is yet to come.
Coach, you led for 3 quarters. I mean, it's coming. So just hang in there. You're on the road for the next 2. We'll see you back here on the 29th. Thanks,
then.
Coach.
Thanks. Go Hounds.
Thank you.
Go Hounds. That's right. We're always positive because, you know what, there's still a whole lot of basketball to be played. Your final thoughts, Talia?
And like you said, it's a lot of basketball left to be played, Jamie. And they take this loss. They're going to on the road soon. So take it and learn from it. That's all they can do.
Right, wire to wire for 3 quarters. I mean, that is a big deal. But of course, Coach, you could see the disappointment. She wants the victories, and of course, so do we. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us as we watch these highlights. I just want to say thank you to all of our production crew, Jonathan Yanko from Loyola, and of course, we mentioned all of the wonderful tech crew here. We're back here Wednesday, January 29th. So please join us. For my broadcast partner, Talia Dixon, I'm Jamie Watson saying so long from Baltimore. Go Ravens.